I'm Gavin Adcock, and you're listening to Like a Farmer.
Hey y'all, it's Pat. Welcome to another episode of Like a Farmer, powered by Ag America Media. I can't even describe how pumped I am for this guest coming on the show today. This guy, whether he's on stage, not on stage, he brings the energy. Mr. Gavin Adcock. Gavin, thanks for coming on the show, man.
Yeah, thank y'all for having us.
I just want to start from the get-go. Last time I saw you, we were playing golf, trying to attempt to play golf in Nashville at the Blue Water Golf Tournament. And then afterwards, you know, you're playing, and our good mutual friend, Mr. John Daly, happens to FaceTime now our president, Donald Trump. How does that feel? Like, obviously, you're in the moment. You've had tons of people come and watch you play, but like after, and you see that video just go viral, like how cool is that?
I thought it was great. I've always been a huge fan of President Trump, and we're blessed to have him back in the office. And I was playing, and I was like, John, I'm leaving. That's one of the first times I ever met John. But we talked for a little while. I said, John, I'm leaving. He said, no, you're not. You're not fucking leaving. And I said, yeah, I'm about to go. He goes, my buddy Joel's going to go get my guitar out of the car, and you're going to play it for me. And he whips it out, and it's a American flag MAGA guitar. And I was like, yeah, I'll play this. So I played Cigarette, and I started playing Run Your Mouth. He walks up, and I'm see Trump, and I'm like, I got to keep playing.
You got to now.
The badass thing to do, just to keep playing the damn song. And that was awesome.
That's so cool, man. It's one of those things where, and we talked about it a little bit off camera, like John Daly, if he gets the opportunity to pick up a guitar and get up and sing, I mean, he does it. How cool is that guy?
Yeah, he's just jack of all trades, man.
Dude, he wins a major championship in golf. He still can play golf with anybody. And then people forget sometimes the dude's a country singer, man. He gets it done.
Hell yeah. He don't stretch either.
No, he don't.
He don't stretch. He drinks beer.
Which, I mean, cheers to that. How about
cheers,
that?
Hell yeah.
So I usually wait for a little bit. Yeah, you got to chug after that. But I say we get right into the game. I play a game on this show. It's called Give 'em the Boot, presented by TECOVAS.
Sounds good.
So right here, I actually have a brand new pair of boots for you that TECOVAS sent you. And in this boot, Gavin, there's 4 questions. Game's called Give 'em the Boot, and you're going to reach in, you're going to grab all of them. And if there's a question that you just don't feel comfortable answering, you can give it the boot. But once you give one question the boot, that means you got to answer the other ones.
All right. Sounds good.
Question number 1, give 'em the boot.
Favorite song to perform live? We take a little intermission during the set. I run off. Stage goes dark. We come back on, play a song that's not our most popular, and then we play Ain't No Cure, which is a love song. And that really stirs them up going into the next song, which I said, that song is about falling in love, and this song right here is about making love. And I just start it, and it's 4-Leaf Clover. And it's
jam.
And they sing every word, and it's just electric in there. It's my favorite song.
It's crazy, and you can educate me on this. Like, how long have you been doing the music?
3.5 years.
So 3.5 years. It takes people a lot of years in this business for people to sing back their songs while they're on stage. Why is it taking you such a short time? I'm telling you, we just talked about it. I went to your Vegas show during an FR, and it was electric. And it didn't matter what song it was. They're singing it back. Like, is there kind of a trick to that, or is it just, man, I've put out jams and people love it?
I think what's kept our career going, like, through the chaos, like, I've got a lot of fans that would die for me, and I've got a lot of people that could give a shit less about Gavin Adcock. And I'm like, no matter what's going on, I'm just like, we're going to keep letting out music, and we're going to let it out all the time. We're going to feed them. Because I felt like when I first started, I was like, people aren't letting out enough music for what people are craving. It was the waiting game. It was like, make them wait, and it'll do better. And I was like, I'm going to let one out every month. And I've let out over a song a month. I think I've let out like probably at 1.3 songs a month since I started. And don't ever want to get behind that pace. I just feel like we've fed the fan base as efficiently as anybody, and I love the songs. I just feel really passionate about what we write.
I love that. It's one of those, if you let these fans wait, listen, country music, it was like the #1 genre streamed last year. If you keep on letting them wait, they're going to like another person pretty quick because everybody's getting into this game now.
Attention spans are short.
Amen to that.
Attention spans are short. They will forget about you. Last year, more people entered the genre than ever before, and this year is going to be the same. So you got to feed the beast.
There you go. All right, next question. That was a good one. You like those boots, by the way?
Yeah, that's sick, man.
Yeah, I figured.
I ain't got any suede boots.
I figured that you might not. I was like, let me go all black suede.
We've been actually playing Blue Suede Shoes by Elvis.
Okay, there you go.
Rocking. Craziest backstage story of all time. I'm going to give this one the boot.
God dang it, that's the one. Oh, we'll have to wait till the cameras aren't rolling for that one.
Why are your concerts so rowdy? Just think my people like to drink. And I don't like to go out and be the sober person in the crowd. Like, I hate being around people that are getting rowdy, and I'm just, like, not in that headspace. So
Yeah.
I think that everybody just comes with a mentality of just giving it absolute hell, take their mind off everything else and just cut loose.
I mean, look, it's like, hey, we're going to a Gavin show tonight. It's time to have some fun because we know he's going to be having fun.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. Okay.
I might come back to that one I gave the boot. I'm trying to think on it.
Yeah, you don't have to give him the boot now.
Your all-time favorite musician? That's my least favorite question I get asked all time. It's just like...
So many of them. Give me top 3.
Waylon Jennings,
Yep.
Alan Jackson. I love some Keith Whitley, too. So
Those are 2 great. Alan Jackson's on my top 3, 100%. And I've asked that question a lot, and, like, Alan Jackson's always up there.
yeah, we're playing a show with Alan. Be the first time I ever played with him in a Two-Step Music Fest in Texas. So
That is...
I mean, it's just we've been starting to open up for these people that I was, like, huge fans of since my childhood, and it's just a surreal moment to be like, holy shit, I'm opening up for living legends.
Well, what's been a moment that you've seen like that before, that you've, like, watched these people, listened to these people, and boom, I'm opening up for them?
Hank Jr., and, I mean, I can't believe I even left out Hank Jr. of the top 3. Like,
It's tough.
like,
I get it.
It's like my top 3 changes every time I get asked that question. I say somebody different, but opening up for Hank Jr., and then we played with Leonard Skinner and Kid Rock, and I'm just like, I don't know. It's insane. It's just something that I just didn't think would happen to me.
Do you think when it comes to the country music scene, it seems like you have country music as a whole, but then you've got some rock and roll country music, you've got some pop country music. Why is that #1? And where do you think, I mean, in my opinion, it seems like you're landing more in like kind of the rock and roll / country music space, but like, how do people in this industry look at that? Like the pop, or I'm going to go rock, or is it just like, hey, I'm just going to go up there and play music? And
Well, there's a few different routes I think people take. So like the Chris Stapleton route, or the Luke Combs route, or even the Zach Bryan route, where you let out consistently the same type of music your whole career, and the people love it, and they fall in love with it head over heels. I didn't want to do it that direction, even though it's worked. I wanted to let out a variety of stuff, whether it's rock, whether it has like even like the little bit of pop feel to it, or it's just like a Western country song. I want people to not know what I got coming next. I want people to wonder what's gonna come up in these releases, and I didn't ever want to let out a certain style of music and then not be able to let out different genres within the genre. Like, since it's growing, it's so wide, I just wanted to be versatile.
I love it. I mean, let's talk about this new release you have, Loose Strings. I mean, you put that out, and it is streaming. and it is here to stay. I mean, that's an awesome song. Like, you go from what you've been doing and then boom, Loose Strings.
Yeah, I felt like it was a good part of my career to let out something that was just different than anything I've ever let out. And I got this song about 8 months ago. My buddy sent it to me, and I listened to it, and I fell in love with the Brent Cobb track. And I wrote with Eric Dillon, which wrote on the track. And I told Eric, I was like, dude, I love this song. I want to let it out. You want to ask Brent if he cares? And he's like, no, man. He's like, we wrote that 12 years ago. It's been passed around. Everybody and their brothers had the song, messed around with it, and got our hopes up and never cut it. Haley Witters cut it in 21, but it was just an album cut. She didn't let it out as a single. And everybody on the bus loves that song. We were playing it on repeat for months and months and months. And
like with Haley singing it, though?
No,
or
no,
when you recorded?
With Brent singing
Okay,
it.
gotcha.
And I just felt like it was a real magical song. Has a great feeling at the show, and it's more of a listening song. It's a little different than what I usually let out. It's a song during the show. Some people sing it, but they're like sitting back and just like admiring the lyrics, which is an awesome feeling during the show. That separates the rest of the songs from songs that everybody scream at the top of their lungs.
That's freaking awesome, man. Appreciate you playing that game. I want to see those boots on stage sometime soon, too.
Yeah.
So let's back up, man. You grew up on a cattle farm. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
What state?
Georgia.
State of Georgia. Tell me just Gavin Adcock growing up. How was that?
Well, my daddy would go to 4 sales a week and go to the stockyard and buy for himself and for other people on commission and for beef plants, FPL, and Randolph Packing Company.
Mm-hmm.
And I would go with him when I started getting old enough, and I fell in love with it because I didn't have any fear, and I would go back there with the wild people that worked in the back of the barn and sneak back there, and I thought it was the greatest thing on earth, just working in the back of a dusty stockyard. And it was my whole childhood growing up.
Dude, I read somewhere that you had a dream of getting into the PBR, riding bulls for a living.
Yeah, my big dreams were either driving NASCAR, riding bulls, or making country music. And I just wanted to shoot big in my mind when I was younger. And
let's start with the NASCAR. I mean, we've got a great friend of the show, Mr. Ross Chastain, 8th generational farmer here in the great state of Florida. So tell me, NASCAR, what kind of veered you off of that dream?
It just wasn't something that I stumbled into. I couldn't wrap my head around how it was going to happen. I couldn't wrap my head around how country music was going to happen at first. I just didn't think it was like I wanted it to happen, but I didn't think it was possible until social media became and everybody had their own opportunity to advertise their own stuff. Mm-hmm. And you didn't have to have a label to start out and get some traction. And it was just what I stumbled into. And I'm probably get hated for this, but I'm a Kyle Busch fan.
Oh, my gosh. Are you kidding? Frank, did you hear that? Kyle Busch? Golly.
Hey, say what you want to about him. He's a winner.
That's true. I'm a Ross Chastain guy, but we can agree to disagree on that. So, and then on the bull riding, I mean, did you ever even try it growing up?
No, I went to a lot of rodeos and enjoyed watching. Me and my daddy'd watch it all the time, and I'd tell him, even when I was a little kid, and he just talked me out of it. He's like, you're going to end up in the hospital, and you're not going to make any money. And I was like, well, and then he made me watch 8 seconds, and Lane Frost died, and I bawled my eyes out as a little kid, and I was like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But we go to test pens when I was in high school. I had to do it a few times, so we went and we rode a few bulls and got that wild hair out of my system.
Get the itch out of you, man. One of my favorite episodes I've ever done on Like a Farmer, J.B. Mooney.
Yeah.
You want to talk about just a complete badass. That dude.
Yeah.
Like, if badass is in the dictionary, and it might be, honestly, I don't know if it is or not, but it should have a picture of J.B. Mooney.
Yeah.
Just boom, right there.
Yeah, I love that he owns the bull that retired him.
I agree with that too.
I love that bull's a pet. Like you see him petting the bull out in the pasture. And I love how these bulls know what their job is, and that he can walk up to him, pet him, and he's like, it ain't time to work. We're just chilling, hanging out, and I think that's awesome.
I mean, do we think that's completely off the table now? Is bull riding for Gavin Adcock, or can we see maybe a?
I don't know. I've had these wild thoughts. I'm like, man, let's just get on one right before the show, regardless of what happens. Ride that son of a bitch and then go play the show. That would be legendary.
I agree with that. We need to get with Saxon, your manager, maybe see if we can make that possible.
Max over there shaking his head.
So growing up, you're playing sports, and I can't wait to talk about the football and Georgia Southern and all that. But at what point, when you were playing sports, did you know, like, okay, I want to go play football in college?
It was just a dream of mine since I was a little kid. NFL was also on my mind when I was a little kid playing football, but as I got older and got in high school, I was right at 6 foot. I was undersized all the way through college, and I just loved. There was something relatable to playing football and working in the back of stockyards and having 1,000, 2,000-pound cattle barreling down the alley. And you had to make quick decisions because your life's on the line. And something about that as a little kid made me not think twice when I was on the football field, made me unfearful of anything. I was a preferred walk-on at Georgia Southern. I told my high school coach, I was like, I want to go to Georgia Southern. You know anybody down there?
That was it. That was the only school you wanted to go play for?
That was the only – I had smaller, D2 offers and stuff, but I was like, if I'm not going to get to play – Division I just didn't want to do it. A lot of those smaller colleges, their facilities and stuff, places they play, they're worse than a high school stadium. It's just like, sucks, but I wouldn't have been motivated to do that.
So Southern was it. It was Georgia Southern or nothing.
Yep.
And then you got the connection there.
Yep, played for 4.5 years. I got a scholarship after a couple years being there, and worked my way into the starting two on nose guard. Then I chugged a beer on top of a school bus to kick off my country music career.
So that was the only thing that happened. You literally got on the school bus, chugged a beer, and then boom, you're off the team. 2
days before the spring game, tear my knee up. Knew it was done as soon as I hit the ground. Popped, pop, pop, pop. Hit the ground. That Sunday before, hit up this guy from high school, play guitar. I don't know why. Hadn't talked to him since high school. Said, man, I want to start writing some songs. You want to come down to Georgia Southern, hang out with me for a little while, play some guitar? He's like, yeah. Came down that weekend after I tore my knee up, and that kind of catapulted me into music. I knew I was going to be on the couch for a little while, and I'm not an inside person. And I knew I was going to lose my mind if I didn't occupy my time. So I started he come down, we played some music, played some covers, made a couple cover videos and stuff. I made an Instagram that night I tore my knee up. And had my surgery, went home. My mama picked me up from the hospital down in South Georgia, drove me back to Athens, Watkinsville. And next day I started writing songs, and the first song I wrote was a song that I'd come up with the chorus in 2018, put it in my voice recordings. 2021, it'd been sitting for 3 years. I finished writing it in about 20 minutes, and it's the first song I ever let out. Ain't No Cure, and they're gonna sing the hell out of it tonight. And then I started writing another one. I wrote Thriving Here, third song I ever let out. And in that 6 weeks being on the couch, I probably wrote 8-10 songs. And was like, shit, maybe I can do this.
I have something here. Hey, y'all, it's Pat with Like a Farmer. Are you looking to add some local flavors to your recipes? Well, visit freshfromflorida.com today, where you can browse hundreds of delicious recipes that bring Florida freshness to your table all year round. Become a Fresh from Florida member for free and create your own menus. Save and send your favorite dishes and get exclusive access to monthly newsletters packed with fresh local recipes. I can promise you, you will be a favorite in your neighborhood. From the Florida fields to your fork, year-round freshness and flavor are just a logo away. Fresh from Florida, there's a sunshine in every bite. Hey y'all, today's episode is brought to you by Ag America, your go-to financial partner for all things agriculture. As the largest independent financial firm dedicated to rural America, Ag America is changing the game when it comes to ag lending and leveling up finance options for farmers, ranchers, and landowners across the nation. And I'll let you know a little secret. The thing that sets this company apart from the rest is the people. They understand firsthand the unique needs of American farmers and ranchers because many of them grew up on farms themselves. They take a farmer-focused approach to finance, prioritizing relationships over transactions to help you build a stronger financial foundation for you and your family. So whether you're looking to buy land or secure working capital, Ag America has your back. Visit agamerica.com today to learn more and see how they can help you achieve long-term financial success. Because when farmers thrive, we all do.
I get half healed. I want to play. Game 4, I'm coming back.
Tell me about the team. What's the record right now? I mean,
We're not good.
okay.
We barely won the first game, lost the next 2. And it's funny, I was hurt. Cole Swindell come down there, and he went to Georgia Southern.
Yep.
Me and him went to the bar the week before. And I'm just trying to catch some inspiration from Cole and trying to get some tips on what he did, have a conversation with him. He said, man, you got to watch out for these phones. These phones will get you in a lot of trouble. And we take these school buses, these yellow school buses. We start at the front of the facility, go all the way past the bars. Everybody's getting drunk, go past the tailgates. Everybody's cheering. We drive by. We go past the fraternities and sororities. These buses are beat up, most beat up driving school buses you've ever seen. The escape door's broke, so I climb out the escape door, and I'm surfing the bus going by the fraternities and sororities. And I look down, and I see this guy that I know. He flashes a beer at me, and I'm like, give it to me. And he tosses it up. I chug it, sling it off the bus. We play the game. We lose by a touchdown. And I played, and I knew I wasn't very healthy. And that video got taken and got sent to Barstool, and the next day it did like 3.2 million views. But at the end of it, the guy that made the video shouted me out and was like, if this is the end of Gavin Adcock's football career, this is the first song he's ever let out. And they shouted me out for that. So I went from like 7,000 to 9,000 monthly listeners to about 40 to 60. I can't remember the exact number. I wasn't paying attention that much, but it shot up.
Yeah.
They suspended me for a week, brought me in there, and I had the music thing rolling. So I started posting more about the music during that time. And I was catching a lot of heat. A lot of people were like, this is badass. And they brought me in there the next week and said, look, dude, we're not doing good. Everybody's under a lot of heat around here. We want you to be on the team. We want you to play, but you can't post your music until the end of the season. So I had this going, and when a football team's really good, everybody's happy. Mm-hmm. It's just like any business. Everybody's happy, but when it starts going south, everybody's coming at each other's throats. You see the real business side of things. I like playing high school football better than I like playing college football. Everybody was for themselves. So I made a decision for myself, and I told them in the meeting, I said, look, I just got to go then. I was like, y'all can say what you want to about me. We sat in there, and I said, I'm leaving if I can't post about my music. And they were like, all right. So got out of there, and I used that as my chip on my shoulder for a while. I was like, these people think it's going to be the end of Gavin Adcock, and I'm going to let out all these damn songs, and I'm going to work my ass off and prove them wrong.
Look at you now.
We're working on it.
That's awesome, man. I mean, and I'm big on everything happens for a reason, but I've never really heard from your mouth kind of the full story. But holy cow, I think you made the right decision.
I do.
I mean, if you would have kept on playing, you think you'd be in the NFL right now?
No.
Yeah. No. And if you would have stayed in college, maybe, I mean, if NIL was a thing in college, I think you might have had a pretty good NIL price tag.
NIL
had just started?
Had just started. And it was the only reason that I could use my platform. I think it turned on in July, and I let out my first song in August. And I did a few NIL deals, like local restaurants and stuff would give me to come in there and make a little commercial and stuff. They played them around the Statesboro area, but the music was my big thing. I think the first check, I put my music in DistroKid. And some of my music is still in DistroKid. It's just the way that independent artists can get their music out there. And it's on like a 3-month delay. So I let the song out in August, and my first check that come in for DistroKid was $63. And I looked at that and I was like, hell yeah.
It's time to go.
Hell yeah, we getting paid now. I thought it was the grandest thing in the world, seeing some money come in there. And yeah, I think I made the right decision.
There was something about Georgia Southern, because did Luke Bryan go to Georgia Southern? So you had Luke go, you had Cole go, you went. I feel like there's
a rising guy that I saw play down there. He opened up for a guy one time. His name's Cole Goodwin. He's going on tour with Zach Top. He was playing down there. I always thought he sounded really good. Graduated, me and Bryce Leatherwood, he won The Voice. He went to Georgia Southern. Me and him graduated together. There's a lot of music coming out of Statesboro, Georgia.
Something in the water over there.
Yeah.
Before we really dig into the music part, I want to play a game. Another game on the show,
let's go ahead.
You cool with that? This one is called Truth or Drink, presented by Outlaw Beer.
All right.
Now, listen, you can, if you don't want to tell the truth on it, you can just have a sip of the cold beer and everything's fine. First one. Is it ever a good idea to get back with your ex-girlfriend?
Yeah, in certain situations. You drinking. you don't want to tell the truth, do you? But yeah, me and my old lady just got back together.
Which, listen, and I've just met her one time. I think she is the way better half of you. And if she puts up with your shit. Hey, cheers.
Cheers.
There we go. Cheers to that. Here we go. What is the most illegal thing that you've ever done that you gotten away with?
I've definitely had some property damage. That I threw a Jack bottle and broke a video board at a venue. It was a couple $1,000. And I was being an asshole that day, and I was like, I ain't paying it. And somebody in my crew paid the money. But yeah, I get the Jack Daniels makes me want to break shit sometimes.
I feel, hey, Jack Daniels, I mean, it's one of those things. Who out of the band would you let date your sister? Who do you trust out of the band that you'd let date your sister?
Best guy in the band, best all-around guy in the band is John Michael. He's on the right riser at the stage. He plays steel, electric, writes some songs with me. But he's the most level-headed person we got. So he'd probably be the person I'd let date my sister.
He'd be the best one.
Yeah.
How does it go when you're has this band been with you since day one?
No, I had a college band.
Okay.
That actually, we recorded a couple songs, and we were supposed to go to the studio one day. They texted me 5 minutes before we were supposed to go in, said they didn't like the direction my music was going, and they didn't think it was going anywhere, and they quit that day.
Damn.
Yep. And I walked into the studio by myself, and my producer said, "Man, I've been wanting to tell you for a long time since you started coming in here. Those guys weren't the guys." And he said, "I'm about to find you some." So he started asking around, and we started putting together a band. The only guy that was with me from the start is my acoustic guitar player, Bennett.
Yeah, Bennett. Yeah, I know Bennett. Yeah. Yep.
He got us in touch.
Yep.
Come on the podcast.
Shout out Bennett.
Hell yeah, shout out to Bennett. And he was playing with me down at Georgia Southern, and he
Okay.
graduated with me. And his sister, his wife and my sister are best friends.
Gotcha.
And when I started writing on the couch, we got videos of me in the cast. He come over, and I showed him a few songs. He started laying some guitar on it, and he's been with me since day one.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's nice to have those types of people. I mean, he's seen it all. And there's been some, he was not in the college band, though?
He was.
Okay, he was. So, damn, he has been since day one. When it comes to, and I love this because we've talked about it a little bit, country music is changing. I mean, hell, Post Malone dropped a country music album last year. When it comes to the songwriting aspect, you've been in these scenarios what you're writing songs about. Especially, you came from a cattle farm. There's a lot of people that are in country music now that's probably never stepped on a farm. Let's just go and get that out of the way. Is that where you get most of your songwriting ideas? Just kind of experiences that you've had in real life?
Yeah, no doubt. Run your mouth. It's about talking shit, and I can talk some shit. And then I've got songs where there's been times in my life where I've been down and out and had a lot of emotions taking control of me. And one of the most country songs I have is a song we open the set with, is Old Farm Drive. It just reminds me of high school and just getting drunk with your buddies. There was something about having a drink before you turned 21 that just felt like you're getting away with something, So, and I actually wrote it about my buddy that passed away a couple years ago, but he come to one of my first concerts ever, and we piled 10 deep. This was in Milledgeville, Georgia. It was the place called the Velvet Elvis. Played out back February. It's cold. We didn't sell tickets. I think they gave us $1,000. Packed the place out in the back. It was about probably 250 people out there. No more. There was people standing. There was people standing up the rail and the steps, lining the place. And he was drunk, and he was like, "I'll drive us back." Got my truck, so we all hopped in his Ford, and got to driving. I'm sitting in the back seat. We're in there like sardines. There's people laying across our laps. There was 2 cops pulling over somebody on the side of the road. And I said, "Champ, you ease on past these 2 cops. We'll be home free." He looks at me. He said, "You don't tell me what to do, mother." And stomps it by the cops. And this guy, I played high school football with him. We went to elementary school together, and he's one of the most athletic people I've ever been around in my life. He should have played college football. He gets out to do that field sobriety test. The windows are open. There's some dude I never met in the truck, coming back to the Airbnb with us. He starts doing the field sobriety test. He's stumbling. He can't keep it together. And the dude next to me, I don't even know his name. He was like, "Man, he's so drunk." And the windows are wide open, so the cops are hearing that, and he's screaming. I was like, "Dude, shut up." And he's drunk too. And he says it one more time, and I just sock him in the face. I was like, "Get the fuck out of the truck." I was like, "Get out." And I made him get out while my buddy was doing the field sobriety test. So he's like, "You're not coming with us." And that's what I wrote Old Farm Drive about. Just about a dude that got a DUI, and he's been messed up about it. It's kind of been affecting him, so you just invite him over to your house, and y'all just get drunk at the house because the cops can't get you when you're drunk on the farm.
When you started your music TikTok wasn't even around. And I will say one thing that I'm actually pretty impressed by is you do a really good job with your social media, your TikToks. I mean, because you just hit it right on the head earlier about releasing songs constantly. Keep them hungry, keep them hungry. Same thing with social media. Just put out content, put out content. Is that just something you learned on your own, or?
No, I made that Instagram in college, and TikTok was pretty fresh. And my roommate, who actually lives in Florida, I think he's coming to the show tonight. He was like, dude, you got to get on TikTok. And I was so new to it. And at first I was like, I'm not going to be a TikTok artist.
Yeah.
And then I come to the realization if I didn't start promoting my music, I was not going to be an artist, period. I wasn't going to make it. And
when did that change, though? Because you're not the only one. It seems like it's like, look, I've got to promote it or it's not going to be promoted. Like, at what point did it change and why did it change? Because there's a lot of people trying to do that.
I got on there, and it was some of the most discouraging times of my life, trying to get a TikTok to blow up. You make a video, especially when you're starting out and you don't have a lot of following, that you got to make the algorithm like you. And I'd get a video that I was like, it's going to do really good. Post it, flop. Piss me off. I'd go to bed just steaming mad when I was in college. And I eventually just started finding my niche of people, just taking the song, advertising the song without advertising the song. Just put a relatable caption on there, put at the top, put something that relates to that caption down here, and if they like the music behind it, they go listen. But I don't ever go, unless it's release week, I don't go, yeah, I just got a new song dropped, this. They get tired of hearing that.
Mm-hmm.
So I just started using my TikTok sounds as like an influencer and just got it out there and got other influencers to like whatever trend I'd start or use my sound. Just worked the best I could.
See what happens. At what point, you've been doing this for 3.5 years, I mean, at what point in music, and you're still on the rise, obviously, but at what point did you say, damn, this is actually working?
Didn't have an agent. I had Peachtree and Bradley Jordan booking my shows around the Southeast.
Bradley's got an eye for talent, man.
Yeah,
he's done well.
Discovered a lot of talent, putting them in the same rooms that I started. 40 Watt, Zydeco Pub in Birmingham, Proud Larry's in Oxford, Mississippi, just Anderson, South Carolina's Wendell's, just putting them in these honky-tonk bars. And I didn't have an agent, and they were all coming after me. Neil Agency, WME. I think I met with like 4 of them. And I come into WME, and Joey Lee, he's one of the heads of WME, brought me in there, and he said, look, we're going to have you on 10. He didn't even ask me if I was signing. He was like, look, this is what we're going to offer. You're going to have you on 10 Kid Rock festivals next year. Maybe it was 7. They said, they're going to be $10,000 a piece. We want you to come to WME. And I saw the roster at WME, and I felt like I had the best fit there. I felt like there was other agencies that had similar acts like me and my rustic style of music, and I just wanted to go somewhere where I had a clear lane, where I could be one of the only people like that over there. So, but I called my mom. She's at work. She's a huge Kid Rock fan. And I called her. I was like, you sitting down? She was like, what, something wrong? I was like, no, you're good. And I told her, and she started crying. So that was a big moment for me.
And at what point did you move to Nashville? Say, okay, I got to actually, because you're in Nashville now, correct?
Yeah, I was living with my parents up until about a year ago. Rent was free. I was still hauling some cows for my dad. Had some money coming in. It was going pretty good. And I went to sign a record deal, and I felt like I needed to be in town so I could communicate and see all these people and interact. And I was really against writing with other people. I just didn't want to feel like I needed that. So I wrote by myself and with just a couple people starting out. And recently over the past year, I've been getting into writers' rooms and we've been kicking out some of the best music I've ever wrote. I got to a point where I was like, I didn't want to be influenced by other people writing, but then I got to a point where I was like, I'm not gonna let us write a song that I don't like. I'll just be firm, but still collab with everybody and just see how it goes. It's been going great.
You're telling me, I mean, let's just start from the beginning. You're releasing new songs. You got new songs coming out. You're going to be with Wallen a little bit this year. You just recently, this week, announced a new tour. Tickets go on sale Friday, by the way. There's my plug for people to go buy some tickets. I mean, what else is coming down the pipe that you're pumped about? Because you got a lot of things that are exciting that are happening all right now.
We thought we had the album wrote and done, and then I had some writes over the past few weeks that have just been incredible. Some of the best songs that I've ever wrote in the past 2 weeks. And so we're in the process of cutting those, and we're going to put the best collection of music we can let out. It's going to come out this year. And we're going to, yeah, it's going to be fucking sick.
I'm pumped, man. Do you have any, with the tour being announced, I mean, where are you excited to go? I mean, you've got a great team back here, and I know y'all do all the analysis and what states, what regions like Gavin versus not, but where are areas that when you put on a show, people show out and it's sold out and y'all fucking jam? Like, do you have areas around the country right now that are pretty much?
Yeah. I love playing in Athens, more hometown show. I love Texas. Texas is cowboy, wild. They're crazy, and they're just like Texas. We're bigger, more badass, and we're gonna let you know it. And that's how they put on the shows out there. Some of the crazy shows I've ever had have been in Ohio. It's redneck as shit up there. You think of Ohio and you're like, oh, it's a northern state, but it is a southern state.
Blue collar as it can be.
Yeah, no doubt. And we've had some. First time the beers we were throwing were in Ohio. And
I mean, tell me how that felt. I mean,
it was kind of my fault. I said, this was the last song. I sang Deep End, and I don't know why I said this. I said, if you got a drink, throw that motherfucker. And they were just flying across the sky, and people were just throwing them out of, like, excitement and just, like, fireworks in the sky.
Where were you in the video? Because I saw a video not too long ago. Didn't somebody knock you in the face with one of them?
Yeah, I was in Arkansas.
Oh.
Occasionally, and it's slowed down a lot recently because they put all the beers in cups now. Thank God. There's always some asshole in the crowd that got drugged there by their friends, and their friends probably jammed some Gavin Adcock all day, and they're not a fan, and that's okay. But they have FOMO, and they don't want to miss out, so they go to the show, and they drink, and they go, I'm about to zip one at this dude's head. Screw this guy. And you'll have those every once in a while.
Dude, I'm telling you, and I think probably this is obviously recorded, but even just talking about tonight here in Tampa, like there's people tailgating right now for a Gavin Adcock show. I mean, it is a fucking experience. And there's not I'm sitting here telling you, because Bennett and some of our mutual friends up in Georgia, they've been telling me about you for a couple of years now. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I love the music, sounds good, but they're like, you got to go to a show. And I go to the Vegas show. Number one, this guy's got his shirt off by like song 3 or 4, and you're fucking just rolling the and it's you're going to like a damn game when you go to a Gavin Adcock show.
Yeah.
Like I mean, from start to finish, I'm calling it an experience, and you just better be ready to have a good time. Now, in the beginning, especially because you can live vicariously through TikTok now. I mean, people, that was like the thing to do. When you're at a Gavin Adcock show, you just grab beer and you just throw it everywhere. I think it's calmed down a little bit since.
It's calmed down, yeah.
But you still want them to have a great time, and it's freaking, I'm telling you, man.
I watch some of these people in the crowd, and they're so into the music, singing it. Like, they're having like an out-of-body experience singing this music. And I've watched them. They're holding their drink, and they're singing it, and that part comes of the song, and they just can't help themselves. They sling the beer, and I love that. It's like they can't help it sometimes.
Where do you see yourself in 2, 3, 5 years?
Playing stadiums, selling them out.
Hell yeah. You're confident. I can see it in your eyes. I mean, you're pumped about that. You're confident.
Yep. It's always been the plan. Since we started, we were playing 250 caps. Told the band, I was like, y'all, I know we ain't making much money. I'm paying y'all as good as I can. I appreciate y'all sacrificing your time to get this off the ground, but I'm not going to stop until we get stadiums. They've seen the growth, and they're all believers now. They all had jobs, and recently most of them have quit their job, if not all of them. So they're full time, riding with me, and playing shows.
All in.
All in.
Fuck yeah. You're excited, ain't you? I can tell. That's awesome,
Hell yeah.
man. What I mean, hell, it's Super Bowl week. Just let's throw it out there. I mean, who we thinking is going to win the Super Bowl? I know we all know who we want to win the Super Bowl, but
Yeah. I just don't want to have to see Taylor Swift at the fucking Super Bowl. Nothing against Taylor Swift's music, but I just don't want to watch Super Bowl where they show her 40 times.
it's time to watch the game.
Yeah, it's time to watch the game.
Who would you say your fan is? Because I know college football,
Yeah, I went to Southern,
but I know what you are. I don't want to talk
I
about it
know.
because I'm a Gator.
Go Dogs.
Yeah, I know. But NFL, who would you say you're a true fan of?
Falcons
Yeah.
And I'm glad they made the quarterback swap at the end of the year. Got really close to the playoffs. Didn't think we were Super Bowl contenders, but I'd love to see us go. But I like the new coach. I like Penix at quarterback.
He's a stud.
Yeah, and he was showing it the last few weeks of the season. Just changed the whole feeling. And I think they're gonna grow over the next few years and make the playoffs.
That Bulldog run is done. Just letting you know.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm just letting you know it's done. It is. And I think y'all had a great run. I truly do, Gavin, but it's done. And now I think my Gators are here and in Jacksonville. We'll go to the game in Jacksonville if you don't have a show.
Yeah.
My treat, we'll go and I'll show you that, hey, I'm telling you.
Yeah, Florida was a pain in my ass as a kid. We beat y'all maybe twice in a span of like 10 years. I think we beat y'all in like 2007 and 2012. But from 2000 to 15, we might have beat y'all 2 or 3 times.
Owned it.
But we've had y'all's ass for a while now. I don't think Florida's run's even started. I don't think it ever is going to. The Tebow days are over.
They are. We got to stop talking about Tebow. Golly. Before we finish up, man, I am stoked for you. I'm proud of you. You're as true as it gets. And you've got a great team, got a great woman, and you're way better when she's in your life. I'm just here to say that. So I have it on the record. You're a better guy like that. But you are true as it gets, and I'm a fan. I'm super fucking stoked to see what you do. And there's no like, hey, this is Gavin on stage and this is Gavin off stage. You are who you are, and that means a lot. You come from rural America. That's what we're on this show celebrating.
Yes, sir.
Because we need people like you in this life, and we need farmers, and we need ranchers, and we need blue-collar workers. And when you're off the stage and when you're on the stage, you're the same person, and people appreciate that. And I'm one of those guys, so I really do.
Hell yeah. You want a shotgun of beer?
We're absolutely going to shotgun a beer.
Let's
That's
do
how
it.
we're going to finish this.
Hell yeah.
We got something to shotgun this beer? Yeah, there we go. Let's get this day started. We got a big show tonight.
There we go.
mean, that was.
I don't know. I usually bite it, but as you can tell, I cut my dang finger most of the time.
All right, can we get a let's get a toast from the crowd. Who wants to toast it? Yes.
You gonna toast it, honey?
What do I say?
To beers and no babies.
Okay.
We want a full toast. Give it to us.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. To beers and no babies.
Hell yeah.
Cheers, brother. Oh my god. This fucking hole was huge, man.
Gotta open your mouth now.
As always, every single Wednesday, a new episode of Like a Farmer on YouTube or wherever you listen to your audio podcast. That's it. Shout out Gavin Adcock.
Yeah, yeah.
Love you,
y'all.
brother.